HANMEDITATIONS.
Nectar.
Some good nectar.
Thousands of years ago, there apparently existed a mysterious substance called the Nectar of Immortality. It was highly praised and dearly treasured in both Western and Hindu cultures. The poet Homer extolled it in his great epics, Iliad and Odyssey. According to Greek mythology, gods like Zeus and Apollo dined on ambrosia and drank this divine nectar to ward off weakness and to maintain their immortality. Far away on the Indian subcontinent, the great rishi Vyasa praised the very same nectar in the Bhagavata Purana. In that Sanskrit scripture, he narrated a famous story about gods and demons who surprisingly teamed up to churn an ocean of milk to produce amrita, which is the Sanskrit word for the nectar of immortality. Both Homer and Vyasa called it the elixir of the gods and the drink of eternal life. They believed it to be endowed with a divine power to transform mere mortals into mighty gods. It's not surprising that the words nectar and amrita are actually related. Nectar comes from the Greek nek, death, and tar, to cross over. Amrita simply means not dead. Based on their etymologies, nectar and amrita both denote immortality. Yet, over time, both of these words also came to refer to some kind of sweet drink, or the juice that's produced by flowers, that's sought by honeybees. This double meaning allows the word amrita to be used not to indicate a divine potion, but in a metaphoric sense. In the teachings of Advaita Vedanta, there's a wonderful metaphor that's based on the nectar of flowers and the bees that seek it. In Sanskrit, a common word for bee is bhramara, which literally means one who roams or wanders. Like bees wander from flower to flower, seeking nectar, so too spiritual seekers wander from guru to guru, seeking liberation, seeking to free themselves from the cycle of birth and death, seeking immortality.
Oh, okay.
But it's actually impossible for any guru to bestow physical immortality. A mortal body can become immortal only in mythological stories. In reality, that which is born is always subject to death, as we all know. Yet, the ancient rishis discovered that your true inner nature is unborn, uncreated, unchanging, eternal. That means your true nature is already divine, already immortal. Unfortunately, that inner divinity remains unrecognized for most people. It's hidden or obscured by a so-called veil of ignorance. When that ignorance is removed, you immediately recognize your true nature as being unborn, uncreated, unchanging, and eternal. That veil of ignorance can be removed by the spiritual wisdom received from an enlightened guru, one who has discovered what the ancient rishis discovered, and who can lead you to discover it as well. Metaphorically, that guru is represented by a flower. Like a flower provides sweet nectar to industrious bees, a guru bestows spiritual wisdom on dedicated disciples, wisdom that removes ignorance and reveals the already present divinity within you. This wonderful metaphor can be used to illustrate many aspects of spiritual life. I could explain all that right now, but let's consider a different approach. Metaphors are somewhat like pictures or paintings. They're really meant to be appreciated, not explained. A detailed explanation could never convey the beauty of an exquisite painting. In this way, a scholarly explanation isn't really needed to convey the powerful insights of a simple metaphor. It's true that some metaphors used in Advaita Vedanta are quite complicated and need to be thoroughly explained. But this metaphor is very simple, just flowers and bees. So, instead of explaining the metaphor further, I'd rather illustrate it for you with beautiful images and poetic aphorisms. Some of the aphorisms are translations of traditional Sanskrit proverbs called subhashitas. I've tried to keep this section fairly short. If you'd like to more deeply absorb the important insights these aphorisms offer, you might enjoy watching this part again.
By drinking divine nectar, the ancient gods became immortal. By imbibing spiritual wisdom, seekers of liberation become enlightened. Like a colorful flower offers its sweet nectar to an eager bee, an enlightened guru bestows spiritual wisdom on a dedicated seeker. Like flowers of many species produce sweet nectar, gurus of many lineages impart spiritual wisdom. Like flowers of certain species can't produce sweet nectar, gurus lacking certain qualities can't impart spiritual wisdom. Like bees know which species of flowers produce sweet nectar, wise seekers discern which lineages of gurus impart true wisdom. Like a bee searching for a perfect flower never finds sweet nectar, a seeker searching for a perfect guru never finds spiritual wisdom. Like bees are attracted only to sweet nectar, not leaves or grass, seekers are attracted only to spiritual wisdom, not worldly pleasures. Like weak bees can't reach the flowers of a distant meadow, unprepared seekers can't grasp the wisdom of an enlightened guru. Like bees buzz noisily until coming to rest on a beautiful flower, seekers debate stridently until finally accepting an enlightened guru. Like a bee intoxicated by fragrance flies from flower to flower, a seeker fascinated by philosophy goes from guru to guru. Like bees never harm the flowers that provide sweet nectar, seekers greatly revere the gurus who bestow spiritual wisdom. Flowers produce nectar to attract bees for pollination, but gurus bestow wisdom without expectations or ulterior motives. Like a flower offers sweet nectar from deep within, a guru imparts spiritual wisdom from his or her heart. Like bees make delicious honey from sweet nectar, enlightened gurus bless the world with spiritual wisdom. That was really interesting. I love listening to different swamis, and I love listening to these philosophies that really make you think, really make your mind start going and wondering what's really out there, what is true knowledge, what is true information. That's what this channel is all about, and that's why we like to spread this information. So if you enjoy this content, spread and share the video. But I truly love the analogy and the metaphor that he used at the end with the bees to the flower, and comparing that to different gurus, because number one, as he said, people are searching for immortality, but they're searching for it in the wrong way, because you're already immortal. Your body is already immortal. You already are an infinite being. Throughout all time, you're an infinite being. So that's something that you have to realize. You're already an immortal being. So taking that into account, you have to look in the right places. And like they said, you have to be able to discern who is spreading true information and true knowledge. There are a lot of people out here that are spreading fake information, that are actually trying to spread information of fear, that are trying to spread information of paranoia, that are just wrong and don't know what they're talking about. So it's up to you to discern who is truly spreading the information, the true knowledge, and who is doing it with the right intentions. Because I like how they said a true guru just spreads the knowledge with no intention and no expectation, because that's what you should do. You should just give back and be doing the things that you want to do, the things that you love to do, with no insistence and no resistance on the outcome of what's going to happen. That's what you should do. So everyone should be inspired to truly believe and know that they have an inkling of synchronization, an inkling of knowledge, and that they can discern who is truly spreading true information and true knowledge. And if you like that person, share their message, watch their videos, and send them to me. If it's my videos, if you like what we're saying, share them. If there's other people that you know, like Sky Guardian, he sent us this video to watch, then send us those people and we'll take a look at them. So there's a couple people that I like that. I don't trust just anybody, but I've been loving learning about all this information about Advaita Vedanta. So I truly enjoy it and I truly like it. So there was one other part that it said, he was just talking about how gurus, they don't have ulterior motives. A lot of people do have ulterior motives, so watch out for those people. They want to get rich, they want to, whatever. And I don't believe there's anything wrong with getting rich or making money, because woke doesn't mean broke. Shout out to Billy Carson. Because if you have that mindset, you should be able to be enlightened in every aspect. You should be able to be abundant in every aspect. So that's health, wealth, freedom, every aspect you should be abundant in if you're an enlightened being. And being wealthy or being abundant doesn't mean that you have a lot of money. It just means that you can do what you need to do when you need to do it. Abundance can come in a lot of different forms, but this was beautifully said and I truly enjoyed it.
That was really nice. I love flowers. So I really appreciated that metaphor. Flowers are like one of my favorite things on this planet. They're so beautiful. And these gurus, these swamis, they really have such beautiful ways and metaphors of making kind of complex subjects just really simple and just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And this one was really good. And I never knew that original meaning of nectar. That's very interesting. But it's so true that not every flower, but flowers that do produce this nectar, the bees take it and the flower is not harmed in any way, and then the bee is able to not be harmed as well in the process. It's the even, safe exchange. The bee takes it and does what they need to do with it, and the flower just still does its thing. And it really makes sense, because also with immortality, I see this metaphor in two ways how it relates to immortality. One, the more knowledge that you get, the more you realize that you're immortal anyway, because your soul will still go on after this body, after this life form. And number two, gaining this knowledge and sharing this knowledge is a way of becoming immortal as well, because you're part of a pathway. So this guru was taught by this guru, taught by this guru, taught by this guru, and it's the message and it's the truth that's living on forever and immortal. And then you become part of it too, and you learn from this guru, that guru, that guru, and then you also go share and spread the knowledge, and everyone you share it with spreads it. So I see it that way of being immortal too, because the ultimate truth is immortal, and you can be a part of that by just sharing the knowledge. So that was very nice. And also, like he said, there's not, and I don't even recommend having one person that you just say all, be all, take everything from. I think you can learn a lot of different little wisdoms from many different people. Not everyone. Again, there are people out there who don't have the best intentions, but we usually can have good discernment for that. And if you really are listening in your heart, you can know who is also coming from their heart. But we can learn little things from many different people, and then that creates your own category of wisdom, your own toolbox that you can go and spread.
Yeah, and so through knowledge and information,
right,
you're becoming immortal, like you said, but you already are immortal,
yes.
But you're also one with everything and everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore you still carry on throughout everybody. So the more positivity you put out there, the more immortality you'll gain, the more knowledge you'll be spreading, the more positivity you'll be spreading out into the world. So that's why we want you guys to share the video and talk about it, because we truly love talking about these topics and we enjoy it. So please share the video, please spread it, please give us a like and a thumbs up. If you're watching the video, just like it, just thumbs up it, just subscribe. It's absolutely free. You can change your mind later. So thank you guys for watching.
Yep, it means more than you know to have any type of support. Thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. We love it all. It keeps us going. And if you did enjoy this video, definitely check out the other ones on the screen. You'll definitely enjoy those. And thank you for watching with us.